night I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Play action this time with Love.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The Lions now at 2-5 to start play. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play fake. Here's Love. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Here's Love. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Ready. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Packers' 6-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. James Mitchell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 30 on second down, Rodgers. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Jones.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the Lions' 44-yard line.
From the 44, Rodgers. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line.
First down, Packers.
To throw is Rodgers.
Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Rodgers again now. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers nothing.
Search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On third down, here's Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a fourth down. In motion right is Evans. Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. Touchdown! Aaron Jones from 8 yards out. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. But, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hey, no steal.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Packers pick it up. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Jones. Down to about the 32. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again to Jones. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
First down, Green Bay.
Rodgers going to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And it's a Packers touchdown. Sammy Watkins, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Packers 21, Lions 7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at 36-yard line.
On play action. Love to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Second and 10.
Love from the gun. Steps away to his left. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Drops it to Jones. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back, and they looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jakeem Grant from 10 yards out. And the Lions are back within a score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to get their next drive underway. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers.
Number 13, 27.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there at 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Christian Watson.
42 yards.
And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Lions 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The return from his end zone is Grant.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Let's go.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Love. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers.
And complete once again to Watson.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st down, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Here's Rodgers to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Crosby with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
42, Lions 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out.
And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rasul Douglas picks it.